Now, a new report from the Institute of Fiscal Studies has revealed a huge surge in the nation's love of takeaways. They say that takeaway consumption has risen 50% from before the pandemic.
Now, before the pandemic, the average Brit was eating, this doesn't sound like very much, 270 calories a week on takeaways. That would be quite a small sample of maybe an average Indian. But latest figures reveal that that number has risen recently to around 400. What's going on?
Well, I'm delighted to say we're joined for a second time today by talkTV correspondent Nick Ellaby, who's in central London. Nick, we saw you in the kitchen of a South London restaurant earlier, and you promised us breakfast. Have you delivered?
You know me, Nicola. Good morning, and good morning, Rosie. I always deliver. I've got your breakfast here. I'm going to speak to a rider shortly and get this dispatched for you. But we're talking takeaways because, like you say, that study from the Institute of Financial Studies saying that Britain has picked up that habit of ordering more takeaways during the pandemic, and we've actually kept it. We're actually ordering 50% more takeaways now than pre-COVID. I've been talking to people in London, which orders most from these apps like Just Eat and Deliveroo, and I've been asking them for their takeaway habits, how much they order. Here's what they told me. Oh, so they were telling me that people in the office are ordering loads, and people since the pandemic been ordering more, and some people telling us they order 3 every weekend. We can actually speak to a delivery rider, Fred, who works for one of the big companies. He's going to join us so we can get the inside track on what people are ordering and how much they're spending. Hello, Fred. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Thanks for joining us. So we're talking about Britain's takeaways. You know, you're delivering to the hard-working people of London. What are you noticing about how much people are ordering, what they're ordering, and when?
I'm just want to, talking about the specifically London people. Here is, the lunchtime is the most busy time, particularly office people. People's mostly ordering for healthy foods, like, the greens, like, the shops like Farmer G, Salad Projects, Joy the Juice, even for the Leon. Those are like really, the most ordering, the shops. Okay. The consumers they really know what they ordering. It's not like same as in the pandemic time. The pandemic times people are mostly at home and they just even mostly ordering for junk foods, pizza, something like this. Okay. But after the pandemic, people are tend to order more healthy foods.
All right. So like Fred's saying, people in London quite health conscious, especially in the offices. Actually, part of the worry about this statistic is that as people are ordering more takeaways, what we've seen in that period from before the pandemic to after, Britain's obesity rate and the rate of people that are slightly overweight has also crept up by 1 percentage point. Another thing I'm interested to know, we're here in Westminster because it's got more takeaways than anywhere in the country. Most of the fast food probably eaten by tourists. Like I say, people in London slightly more health conscious. Just tell us, what's it like, this job? Can you earn enough money very quickly? You earn enough money to survive?
Not really. If you do it as a full-time, it is really tough to survive in this job. You have to do so many hours.
Okay, all right. So look, guys, if you're ordering, especially in the office, make sure you tip your rider. We're going to get this dispatched, so we're going to put this in the back. And Fred, you've got 10 minutes to get this to London Bridge, okay?
Yes, sure.
All right. Cheers. Off you go, Fred.
Thank
All right, guys, we'll get this to you straight away. Cheers.
You've got 10 minutes until we're off air, and we're very, very hungry indeed. Get on your bike and bring us that breakfast.
Yeah, it's quite a long journey, actually, Oxford Circus to London Bridge, so we'll see how that gets on.